It's the 2 Cents Podcast. I'm your host, Nino. Thank the man upstairs again for waking me up. Please, people, continue to hit them like button, that subscription. I want to say shout outs to my man, David. What up, Norris? What up, Big Marlon? What up, Jew? What up, Keith? My son, Q. What up, King? My grandson, Zion. What up to the ladies that always give me love? Shelly, Miss Lucille. How y'all doing? Miss Amber, what it do, what it do, what it do? Miss Vanessa, hey, what's going on with y'all? Hey, what it do, what it do? Hello, Rod Stricknine. Donnie, what up, VA? What up, Baracus? What up, Hump? What it do, Dre? What up, Anthony Burbo? What's going on? Big Luther, my dude Bruce from Saginaw, Michigan. What up, Big Bruce? Big Bruce Simmons. Hey, what it do, what it do, what it do? Well, I got a topic again, man, that's interesting. Boy, people are bringing in, they hitting the presses with this topic. Today's topic is, though all the siblings are males, the best athlete in the family is a female. Yes, sir. Individual differences and genes. That's one of the characteristics. Each sibling inherits a unique combination of genes from their parents. It's not guaranteed that all children will have the same level of athletic ability. One sibling might inherit or might receive a mix of genes more favorable to the athletic performance. Well, you can get it from your dad, you can get it from your mother, whereas the athletic ability from the genes, but you also can get it from somebody that's non-apparent, not parental, you know what I'm saying? So you can get it from maybe a distant in-law or a distant relative like a cousin. Maybe you can get it from a grandmother, an aunt, an uncle, even a grandfather. But as long as you have that bloodline, there's no telling where you can get that athletic gene from. And again, this is a beautiful story because this is a sibling of 4. These are 4 children or 4 kids. 3 of them are men. 1 of them is a female. And the female is the beast. And I think this is a beautiful thing. But again, she could have got the athletic ability from her dad. She could have got it from her mom. Anybody in the bloodline. Passion, dedication, and training. Talent is not only a factor in athletic success. Hard work, consistent training, and a deep passion for a sport can overcome innate advantages. Well, yeah, you have to be passionate. Any great athlete or whatever was passionate. Michael Jeffrey Jordan was passionate. Had a hell of a work ethic. You know, sumo talent. I mean, the greatest talent of all. I mean, probably jumping ability, shooting ability, defense was one of the greatest blessed basketball players that God has been fortunate to walk Mother Earth. Kobe Bean Bryant worked hard. Wasn't probably not as talented as Michael Jordan. In some kind of ways, they said Kobe Bryant was even talented as Tracy McGrady. But his work ethic, Kobe will tell you, God rest his soul, and he had passed. He has now passed. He's one of my favorite. Working out 2 or 3 times a day. So if I work out 2 or 3 times a day and I'm talented, and you don't work out but 1, imagine how that will multiply and add up through a year, through 2 years. I'm way ahead of schedule of my opponent or my athlete or my competitor or my adversary. But back to this. Yes, talent is not only a factor, it's hard work. And actually, this young lady probably, from her siblings being guys or being males, learned a lot. Because think about it. They probably had a basketball court in the backyard. And when they played, it was for them, so they played a lot of 2-on-2. So within that 2-on-2, it was always 2 fellas against a fella and a female. And from what I'm hearing, from the reports were saying, 70% to 65% of the time when they played 2-on-2, the brother or the sibling that had the female won. But all she was doing was adapting to the physical play what her brothers was bringing to her, because they didn't take pity on her, or they didn't make it easy on her because she was a female. In many aspects, they probably came harder on her, playing physical around the rim, probably knocking her down, probably elbowing her, getting her ready for competition when she's not around them, even if she's a female, getting her tough like a male. So that's why I believe a lot of she's that beast as she is, because the siblings that she was playing with, or sibling rivalry, was not only a male, it was 3 males against 1 female. So can you imagine how she is now when she's playing competition against her own gender? Man, it's something crazy. Sibling differentiation. Younger siblings may intentionally pursue different interests of sports than other siblings or older siblings to carve out their own niche and their own identity within the family, according to the theory of sibling differentiation. If the female sibling is younger, this could be a factor in their pursuit of excellence in a sports different from her brothers. Well, even though her brothers played a lot of basketball with her and got her tough in basketball, see, it ended up boiling over or carrying over with her when she played other sports. Because, see, it was said this young lady is a 4-5 sport letter woman. I'm not going to say a letter man, a 4 or 5 sport letter woman. Means she excelled in high school in 4 or 5 sports, even though basketball was basically where her sibling brothers taught her a lot. She was good in softball. She was good in track and field. And she was also, I think she was good in, well, it was one more sport, I can't think. Oh, she was pretty good in swimming. But see, all that was she wanted to show that she was diverse. But that competitiveness that her brothers had instilled in her from playing on the basketball a lot in that backyard or wherever they played that court, it boiled over and carried over to when she played in other sports that she always want to win. She never wanted to be defeated. Her whole MO is, I'm the best, I can't be beat. I don't want second place. Second place is cool, but nobody remember people second place. Everybody remember people that's first place or who's winners or first place. Little sibling effect. Studies suggest that younger siblings may have a higher chance of becoming elite athletes due to the factors like competing with older siblings and developing physical skills playing with them. This effort applies to both males and females. Of course. A lot of times, how are you cold when you play a sport? And this football or anything. And I'm still gonna get back to the female, but even with males on this, you're cold because you was trained, you was sent through the mud, you went through the regimen of playing your brothers or even your sisters that was not only better than you at the time, but was taller than you and probably weighed more than you. So you had to learn how to adapt and play with them. They probably knocked you down a lot, but you had to keep getting up off the pavement and playing and showing your skills, but showing your mental toughness. And this is what I believe too with her sibling brothers. Maybe they was thinking, well, mine's about the end of the rope. Because I even heard though, even though she was in high school, a lot of her brothers was still playing with her. 2 of them was already finna head to college, but I think they wasn't doing great as they want to as far as playing sports or something happened. I think one of them academically couldn't play because his academics was down or whatever. But anyway, they kept playing and teaching her and going to battle with her. So she learned a lot by them. She learned mental toughness. She learned how to play physical. She learned how the game is not over till it's over. She learns that, basketball is in ebb and flows. Competition is in ebb and flows. Everybody have their moments, but, when you're competing, it's not over till it's over. So that was the big get back or the big get down of playing with our older brothers, because they taught her a lot of discipline, not only physical, but they taught her a lot of discipline mentally. The plus of girls in sports, and it's a beautiful thing now. Look at Miss Angel Reese. Look at Miss Caitlin Clark. Look at Miss Paige Beckers. Look at Miss Asia Wilson. Look at the young ladies that are playing tennis. Look at these young ladies that are playing softball. I mean, I even heard this young ladies that's playing football. They're not in full NFL equipment like the dudes, but they're playing football. But ladies are making their mark in sports. Of course, we know Shakira, what's her name? Shakira Richardson or whatever. I think the name, the track and field star athlete that's out of Dallas. I mean, ladies are just making their mark in sports, and they can continue because, sports is not only for men, it's for ladies too. There are many advantages for girls to participate in sports, including building character, developing social skills, and achieving academic success. These benefits can even more pronounced when surrounded with male siblings who can offer competition and motivation. Think about it. Female don't want to beat the female. They motivated to beat the male because even though they say this is a man's world, but it would be a damn thing without a woman in it. And I take that from the great Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo is a rapper out of L.A. With the great Ice Cube. But women want their equal place in things anyway. They want to be co-ed. So, of course, their motivation is, when I play a man, even though physically the characteristics and the physical characteristics is a man should win, because most of the time a man is bigger, he can jump higher, his arms are longer. A lot of times even, he's taller, his stamina, it exceeds that of a woman, but a woman believes that she's equal partner, and I'm just not meaning romantically, equal in sports, business, or whatever. So she thinks, I can only compete against my gender. I can compete against a man and do my thing. And they get motivated about it. Why you think a lot of times a woman in a corporate world get more motivation when she's trying to obtain a position or a promotion against a male more than against, somebody of her own gender, a female, because that woman thinks in her heart, I can outdo this, this female, or I can outdo this male. And hard as it might be, and I don't think it's never done, a woman at times think they can outdo a male in sports. But I doubt that. But even with the siblings, they really think, if a woman thinks, or a young girl thinks, if I'm playing against my brothers, and though they are male and they are bigger, them still my brothers, I can beat them. And if I can't beat them, I'm motivated to keep getting off the mat and doing my thing. And like, hold on, it's not over yet. They play one-on-one, the brothers beat them, running back. They play one-on-one again, the brothers beat them, running back. They playing 2-on-2, as I was saying early in the podcast when they said these siblings of the four will play 2-on-2 basketball in the backyard, or where the court was, I think the side of it, I think in the backyard. And the male that would take the young female that was the beast, the sister, she was winning, or they was winning 65 to 70% of the time. So, that young lady is coming with it. But yeah, man, I heard she is a beast, man. She's having college offers. She should go to some kind of school, and, she should be and she's very good academically too, Her SAT scores are great and things like that. She's very intellectual, because, it's also been said through when I got the text to do this podcast. Yeah, she's a monster and a beast in sports, but this young lady can make it with her mind too. She got a business savvy about her that's, can't be touched or can't be reached. And I think that's a great thing. Though all the siblings are male, the best athlete in the family is a female. 2 Cents Podcast. This your man Nino. Thank you.